Oh, did you?
We do that first? Who's the visitor?
Call the team before you enter. We don't know yet. They're going to flip it.
Oh, these are. Okay, so I'm going to do first base first then.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And that is Minnesota,
That is
Minnesota Twins?
It's the Ottawa.
The Minnesota Twins?
Ottawa Twins.
Play with me. Minnesota Twins. You want to do your little spiel first? Nope.
Good morning, everybody.
This is the bronze program.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the bronze medal game of the
Thank you very much.
inaugural Girls East Canada Championship. All right. I'm going to announce the Ottawa West Twins. Batting first, number 2, Abby Gray Donald. Just come out on, yep. Number 20, Carly White. Number 15, Emma Richardson. Number 81, Isabel Pischke. Number 16, Sophie Lasaga. Number 22, Ella Weiss. Number 13, Olivia Herod. Number 4, Tara Dunlop. Number 23, Maya Chamberlain. Number 12, Alyssa Hall. And number 6, Vi Shaw. Also introduce number 27, Kenzie Dawson, an injured player. The coaching staff: Dave Weiss, Trent Gray Donald, John Richardson, Steve Harris. Now introducing the East Nepean Eagles. Number 11, Chloe Harris. Number 4, Nadia Marcantonia. Number 10, Gia Ospik. Number 2, Beatrice LaRue. Beatrice. Sorry. Number 5, Alexis Clayton St. John. Number 7, Laura Convoy. Number 3, Bella Lewis. Number 12, Lucia Wilkinson. Number 6, Aubrey Caron. Number 8, Ellie Gendron. Number 1, Daphne Polin-Nieves. Number 9, Ivy Torres. And the coaches, Matthew Sullivan, Trevor Convoy, Stephanie St. John.
Sorry, we're doing the umpires now.
The umpiring crew for today's game. On the plate, Patty Finn. At first base, Allison Howe. At second base, Nate Hibbert. At third base, Will Pringle. I would ask everybody to remove their hats and stand for the playing of O Canada. Okay, umpires and coaches to the plate. There's going to be a flip for home game. Thank you.
No. Nope. I'm done with. I don't know what.
I have not had good coffee, so I'm gonna go.
We'll take away. You have the yeast and bean one too, right?
I don't. Where am I having it? Up top. No, I took them away.
So we have all of our pitchers that we're going to put in are eligible based on the pitch count. It's 35. Well, anyway, we went with 30, but usually with Little League rules, it's 35 or 1 day race. I don't know what the rules are in this country, but
No, I had the one that I
had both down here at one point. So I did.
it's all good. I'll just come
the book. Here, I can hand you the book.
Does that have
Which
both
one do you need?
together?
East Nepean? Is it there?
We are, yeah, we are fully equipped, yeah. Question, so are we what time
I know I grabbed it. Took it over.
I got one. Sweet.
Patty, who's home?
These guys are home.
Okay.
You just hand that down.
It will be East Nepean playing as the home team. Go ahead and take the field.
They ball. East Nepean.
You can put music on between these innings.
Yeah.
Jacob? Be able to put music on between these innings? Maybe.
Let me get Rob.
I can dance around it. I'll be figuring it out, yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, no, like it'll be fine. Fix that. Okay, well, I'm here if you want to activate that. Yeah, they yesterday they had their own music for a while. Yeah. Let's go, please!
Already made it quite public that you ask, I go.
You know, you can't say no.
No, you can't. Ask Rob.
Maybe. I didn't know all my powers.
Batting first, number 2, Abby J. Donaldson.
Hello and welcome here to Kingston for the Final day of the 2025 Little League Canadian Championship. Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Ewing. It's the Consolation Finals, the bronze medal game between the East Nepean Eagles and the Ottawa West Twins. And so the Ottawa West Twins will be on the bats in the top of the inning. Leading things off is Abby Gray Donald. She'll ground this one to the second baseman. The scoop successful, toss to first in time. And there's one down. So the Eagles defense getting to work here early. And so there's one down. Starting pitcher this morning for East Nepean, number 5, Alexis Clayton St. John will see ball one now to Carly Weiss sitting in the second spot. Of the 1-0 pitch. And Weiss with a late chop there for strike one. And so both these teams finishing 1-1 yesterday, but due to run differential have placed third and fourth. And now in the Consolation game inside for ball two. So 2 games today, this one and then the next one starting at around 11 o'clock. The championship finals between the Kingston Colts and the South Ottawa Storm. This one skied up there from Weiss at the shortstop, dropping down and into no man's land. And it's a single for Carly Weiss, and she'll have herself aboard first base. And we'll move on in the order. Here's Emma Richardson, who hits in the 3 spot for the Twins team. He's a very strong hitter, can also pitch very well. Weiss now going to second. The pitch on the inside for Richardson for ball one. And so Weiss will extend herself now to a scoring position. And we'll have the 1-0 pitch. Weiss now going to third. Richardson will foul it back and force Carly to go back to second base. And we'll have the 1-1 pitch. And Richardson will watch it fly on the outside for ball two. And a good take there as Alexis Clayton St. John trying to paint that outside. And we'll have the 2-1. Weiss now off to third. And the steal is successful as that throw gets airmailed to third base. And a good recovery there by East Nepean's outfield to come in and cover, as pitching in there was number 8. That was Ellie Gandron to force Weiss to stay at third base, but now a base hit away from getting the Eagles on the board. And we'll have the 2-2. And swing and a miss on the inside for strike 3. And there's 2 down, and that's the first strikeout of the morning for Alexis Clayton St. John. And we'll bring up cleanup hitter Isabel Presky with a chance to get him on the board. Slice and a miss there for strike 1. So if you're East Nepean, would be do great for the momentum if you're able to leave a runner stranded on third, and that one will clip the outside. And Clayton St. John brings us to an 0-2 count. Pesky got a battle to stay alive. The 0-2 pitch. And swinging for strike 3. And Alexis Clayton St. John will leave runner stranded at third base and get out at the top of the inning. And so when we return, East Nepean will take to the offense in the bottom of the first inning and look to take the lead themselves. You're watching the Constellation Finals of the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. And we'll join you back here for the bottom of the first inning between East Nepean and the Ottawa West Twins. East Nepean with their first opportunity on the offense after leaving a runner stranded at third base and getting out of it after the Twins put on pressure after Carly Weiss was able to get around. And leading things off for East Nepean, number 11, Chloe Harris in the 0-1. We'll see a ball on the outside, and we'll split the first two pitches. Starting pitcher this morning for Ottawa West, number 15, Emma Richardson, who we saw pitch in yesterday's ball game as well, brings velocity. This one popped up to the third baseman and in the glove successfully of Peiske, and there's one down. But Richardson just brings consistency to the rubber. Able to find the strike zone easily and brings velocity. And we'll move on to the order. Here's Mattia Marcantonio, who now hits in the second spot for their second consecutive game here. When yesterday's opener, Marcantonio was sitting near the bottom of the order, but now has worked her way to the top of the lineup. And for good reason. She showed yesterday that she should hit near the top of the order. And time called from the catcher due to a strap that was undone. And we'll get back to undergoing the 0-1 to Marcantonio. Down the middle, chopper to the mound. Richardson first to it, fired to first in time. And there's two down. And we'll move on in the order. Making quick work here is the Ottawa West Twins on the defensive side. Here's Gia Ostapik. First pitch to the lefty, gets a piece of it at the bottom of the barrel, will foul it off. So both these teams, as I mentioned, 1-1 after yesterday's round robin. Both coming to losses against the Kingston Colts team, who is the only team that went undefeated. And that one on the inside of Ostapik for a ball. The Twins beat the South Ottawa Storm, and East Nepean beat the other junior Kingston Colts team. So both able to find wins, and that's why they're here today. And we'll have the pitch to Ostapik. We'll paint the outside for strike the call. And now Ostapik's up against it. The 1-2 from Richardson. Strike three swinging. And a drop strike three, but the tag applied. And that will do it for the first inning. And so the Twins retire the side, 3 up, 3 down. And will send themselves back to the offense in the top of the second inning. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. We'll join you back here in Kingston for the top of the second inning after both the defensive sides of both these ball clubs came up big there in the first inning after the Twins retired the side in order in the bottom of the inning. And then back in the top of the first, East Nepean left a runner stranded at third base. And leading things off, swinging there is number 16, Sophie Lasaga. And a chance here for Clayton St. John, who's now got a lead 0-2 in the count, to pick up a strikeout. And it's ball one, a great take there by Lasaga on the outside. The 1-2. Strike three, looking for the backwards K from Alexis Clayton St. John. And we'll move on to the order to Ella Weiss. And strike one on the outside, Clayton St. John picking her spots and locating it here this morning. As we could be in for a bit of a pitcher's duel between these two. We've seen them both yesterday. Alexis Clayton St. John was our starter in the opening game for East Nepean. Only ended up going 2/3 of the first inning. Couldn't really find her rhythm, but she looks to be in it here today. Weiss, chopper to third. Bouncer off the third baseman, and Ella Weiss will get herself a single. And a runner on board now for the Ottawa West Twins.
Now batting number 13, Olivia Herod.
And we'll bring up Olivia Herod, just looking to advance Weiss to potential scoring position. Well, the first pitch to Herod. That's ball one on the inside. The 1-0 pitch. Herod will take it, looking for ball two. That's a great take there by Herod, as Clayton St. John was looking for that top of the zone there. But a lead in the count with back-to-back balls. Here's the 2-0. We'll take that one for sure for strike one. That's over top of the eyesight there for ball three. And now Clayton St. John got to be able to find the strike zone here. Up against it. And the count for Herod. We'll have the 3-1 pitch. And we'll go through for strike two. And we'll push us now to a full count here for Olivia Herod. And we'll have the payoff pitch from Clayton St. John. And it's strike three, looking. And Alexis Clayton St. John battles her way back into the count and able to finish it off. And there's two down. And we'll bring up Tara Dunlop now with the runner on first base, trying to keep the top of the second alive. With two outs, first pitch won't get the call. We'll see ball one. It was close around that top outside corner. The 1-0 pitch. This one inside, backing away. There is Dunlop to get away from it. And we'll see back-to-back balls go Tara's way. And Dunlop gets a piece of it and fouls it back. And we'll take strike number one in the count after that foul ball.
One strike. Fight.
Turns and fires down to first, and the ball will just spill out of the glove of Ostapik. And safe and sound is the runner at first base, still represented by Ella Weiss after she got there to start off the inning. This one fired to center field and then drops down to shallow center. And it's a base hit there for Tara Dunlop. And runner now advanced to second base, now in a scoring position. And And the 2-out rally going to try to continue here. This brings up Maya Chamberlain with 2 runners on. On the first pitch to Chamberlain. Gets a piece of it, will foul it back. And time is called by Beatrix LaRue, going to have a conversation with her pitcher, Clayton St. John, just to get on the same page here. And with 2 runners on, there's a force out on any bag, which comes into the benefit of the Eagles with only 1 out needed. So any contact from Chamberlain and many different options here for the Eagles to find the 3rd out. He's got a feeling this is going to be a close ball game just by how the first inning and 2/3 has gone. And we'll get back and going here with Chamberlain. The 0-1 pitch. And takes it looking on the outside. As Clayton St. John able to paint it. And the lead now for Clayton St. John, the 0-2 pitch. Inside on Chamberlain as she has to shimmy away. And we'll have a ball. Of the 1-2 pitch. Contact for Chamberlain, pulled to third. A chopper, corralled and run over to third base to end the top of the 2nd inning. As that was the benefit of having a force out on any bag, and that was number 9, Ivy Tardif, used it to her advantage. And that will do it as 2 runners are left stranded now in the top of the 2nd. And when we come back, we'll have the bottom of the 2nd inning with East Nepean back on the offense, looking to open the scoring in the Consulation Finals of the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. We'll join you back here for the bottom of the 2nd inning between East Nepean and the Ottawa West Twins. And the heater right at the top of the zone there from Emma Richardson for strike 1 off against our leadoff hitter. Number 2 leading things off, Beatrix LaRue. And that one on the inside will take ball 1. LaRue playing behind the plate this morning, also did a lot yesterday. Chopper rides up the third base line, a fair ball. Cross diamond, gotta be quick, and it's not quick enough. And it's a leadoff single for Beatrix LaRue. And a runner now on first base. And it's just one of those plays, a slow roller that kind of dies down on the infield grass. And by the time it gets to third base, that ball was scooped from Isabel Preschke, and there's no play to be had. And we'll bring up Alexis Clinton St. John, so the two stars will go for a duel here. Inside, will back away and take ball one. And right down the pipe for strike one looking. And perfectly located there from Emma Richardson. The 1-1. And we'll take it looking again, as Richardson's plays back-to-back pitches right down the middle. But Clinton St. John yet to take a slice. Gotta make it happen now. Gotta protect the 1-2 pitch. It's blasted up high for ball two. The 2-2 pitch. And gets a piece of contact, but squeezed in the glove from Ella Weiss. And there's one down. And another strikeout there from Emma Richardson, continuing her phenomenal morning. As we'll bring up Laura Conboy. Now to the plate. Still with a runner on first base. First pitch to Conboy. No doubt about it, strike one. As Richardson's putting them on a platter here, right down the middle. For East Nepean, runner down to second, and no test for Beatrix LaRue. She'll advance herself now to a scoring position at second base. And that will miss on the outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
For a ball. Inside, backing away is Laura. Get away from that heater. And strike on the outside as Richardson will paint it. And it's a full count situation here for Laura Conboy, and we'll have the payoff pitch. And it's strike three looking, and Richardson will win it. And back-to-back punch-outs from Emma Richardson, and there's 2 down. With a chance here for the Twins to leave a runner stranded, as here's Bella Lewis. We'll see if she can spark something here in the bottom second. Lewis with a late chop for strike one. You got to adjust to the velocity that Richardson brings. Some of the highest heat we've seen, the fastest heat we've seen in this tournament. Runner down to third, the throw. That one's off the mark and goes down to left field line. Here comes Beatrix LaRue around, and the East Nepean Eagles have opened the scoring. It's 1-0 off a missed throw down to third base line. And now nobody on base here for Bella Lewis. And that one's just a by, will be a ball. And great heads up base running there from Beatrix LaRue after back-to-back strikeouts we saw delivered from Richardson. And that one on the inside for another ball. She just thought she'd take it on herself to get herself around. And it's ball 3 on the outside. And so Lewis will now have a lead in the count. The pitch from Richardson. It's ball 4 on the inside. And a walk for Bella Lewis to give another base runner here for East Nepean. And we'll have somebody now on first base. And we'll bring up Lucia Wilkinson now to the plate. On the first pitch, make that a step off from Wilkinson. Will disengage. And takes a look down at first base with Bella Lewis. Now Lewis is going to second. The pitch on the inside. And Wilkinson won't go around. A successful steal there from Wilkinson. Make that Lewis. Now has herself in a scoring position at second base. And strike looking there for Wilkinson right down the middle. And Richardson's got 2 outs in the inning. Only needs 1 more to get out of it after she found a pair of strikeouts against Clayton St. John and Convoy. And will hold off, take a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Now the 2-1. Runner down to third now. It's ball 3 below the zone, and Bella Lewis goes from one corner to the next. Now has herself a base hit away for extending the lead here. And up in the count as well as Wilkinson. And Richardson will fight back. Strike 2 on the outside. And a chance to leave a runner stranded at third. And send her team back to the offense. We'll have the payoff pitch. And Wilkinson will stay alive. Fouls that one off the first baseline. So way to foul that one off. It was primed for the outside there. Gets a piece of it, and we'll see another payoff pitch here. This one popped up to the backstop. And riding back and out of catchable territory, we'll have another stay to full count. As Wilkinson continues to battle, gets a piece of that one and fouls it behind the backstop. And so we'll have another pitcher from Richardson. This one's got her. Strike 3 swinging. And Emma Richardson will leave a runner stranded at third base. Find 3 strikeouts. But the East Nepean Eagles open the scoring as coming around there was Beatrix LaRue. Gets herself a stolen home plate and makes it 1-0. When we come back, top of the third inning. And the Ottawa West Twins back on the offense looking to open their own scoring and potentially tie up this game. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. Well, joining back here for the top of the third inning between the Ottawa West Twins and the East Nepean Eagles. after the Eagles took their first lead of the ball game in the bottom of the second as they found themselves a run, a chance for the Twins to respond here. Back on the offense. And leading things off, we'll see strike 2 on the outside from number 12, Alyssa Hall. Of Hall, Schwab, and Gray Donald. Here in the top of the inning, the 0-2. And it's strike 3 swinging there from Alyssa Hall. And a leadoff punch out from Alexis Clayton St. John to continue her phenomenal ball game. And we'll have the bottom of the order, Vi Schwab. Now on the offense. A swing there from Schwab for strike 1. She's very deep on the outside of the batter's box there. Well, the 0-1. And we'll take ball 1 inside. The 1-1 pitch. Right down the pipe, and it's strike 2 looking there from Schwab. And now she's got to protect. The 1-2. And it's strike 3 looking. And Alexis Clayton St. John keeps the Twins scoreless now once through the order. And there's 2 down with back-to-back strikeouts. So we'll go back to the top of the order and see Abby Gray Donald, who had a ground ball her first time up. And takes the first pitch for a strike. So lots of pitches here from Clayton St. John finding the strike zone, but it's more or less the Twins either not taking a chance or swinging like that and not able to find contact. And another count that's up in it for Clayton St. John, up 0-2. And Gray Donald's got to stay alive here. They're trying to keep the top of the inning alive of the 0-2 pitch. A good take for ball 1. Gray Donald scoops this one to left field, and the catch is not there as it drops through the left fielder. And will get to deep left field, and Abby Gray Donald keeps this top of the 3rd inning alive and gets herself into a scoring position now at second base. And the 2-out rally will continue as the top of the order will try to get to work here. And this will bring up Carly Weiss now to the plate. We'll have the first pitch to Weiss as there goes Gray Donald down the 3rd, and there's no test for her. She makes her steal successful. And now a base hit away for the Twins, tying up this ball game. So we'll get back resumed here. Pitch to Weiss. This one barreled to left field, and it drops down for a single. And the Ottawa West Twins have tied the ball game. It's an RBI for Carly Weiss as Abby Gray Donald comes around. And we're tied up at 1 apiece. And the 2-out rally prevails there from Ottawa West after back-to-back strikeouts. They flip back to the top of the order and back-to-back hits from Gray Donald and Weiss. They toss down to first. Carly will get back in time. And so here's Emma Richardson with her second at-bat here of this ball game. And the throw to second base gets all the way through to center field as it slips past a couple outfielders. And Carly Weiss able to go from one corner to the next. Now at third base. And so now a base hit away from the Twins, tying up the game, or make that the go-ahead run. to take the lead. And a chance here for Emma Richardson to push home a go-ahead run. This one, ground ball to short. Picks it clean, fires to first in time. And we will remain tied, as that will do it for the top of the third inning. But the Ottawa West Twins get on the board. They find a run. It tied the game at 1 apiece, as when we come back, we'll have the bottom of the third inning with East Nepean back on the offense, looking to take back the lead they once had. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships in the Consulation Finals here in Kingston.
Ottawa.
We'll join you back here for the bottom of the third inning between the Twins and the Eagles. The first pitch on the outside, down and away as it gets away from Richardson, who returned back to the bump for her third consecutive inning. And he's swinging a miss on the inside from our leadoff hitter, Aubrey Caron. We'll have Caron, Gendron, and Kalanitis here for East Nepean. In the 1-1. High and inside for ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We'll have the 2-1 pitch. That's over top of the head of Caron for ball 3. And will now take a lead in the count. And Richardson now giving a lead here to Aubrey. You'll have the 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4 just down. And a leadoff walk here for East Nepean. And we'll have a runner on first. And here's Ellie Gendron now to the plate with a runner on first base. An opportunity here to potentially extend her. First pitch to Gendron will paint the outside. We'll see strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Lob tied inside for ball one. So getting near the bottom of the order here for East Nepean. With Gendron, Kalanitis, and then Tardif. The 2-1. Down low for another ball here. And Richardson got to battle back.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1 from Richardson. Runner's now going to second. Strike right down the pipe. And a successful steal there from Caron. At second as they almost got her. As it looked like maybe she lost a bit of focus there. Down at second base. And the pickoff attempt, not there. Runner now in scoring position here for East Nepean. That's the go-ahead run. We'll have the 2-2. And it's strike 3 swinging for Gendron, and there's 1 down. As Richardson starts her battle back into this inning. And we'll have Daphne Kalanitis now to the plate. And Kalanitis will go through on a pitch that was inside by the hands for strike 1. And strike 2 again there for Kalanitis. She swung in the first 2 pitches. Got to be a little bit more confident on the chop. And a lead now for Richardson of the 0-2 pitch. Down in the dirt to the backstop. Here goes runner down to third. And Aubrey Caron now finds herself a base hit away from taking the lead here for East Nepean. And we'll see how Wilkins make that. Richardson battles against this. Kalanitis swings on the inside. A drop strike 3. Chamberlain dropped down to first. In time, play at the plate, coming home. The tag, not there in time. And safe is the call for Aubrey Caron, who takes advantage of a throw down to first base on a drop strike 3. And East Nepean back on top. They make it 2-1. And a smart play there from Aubrey Caron. Here's Ivy Tordif. Now with nobody on. And strike 1 down the pipe here from Richardson, who now has 2 outs in the inning. Only we need 1 more to get out of it. And strike 2 on the inside. And a lead there for Richardson, who just looks like she's just throwing everything right through the strike zone. The 0-2 delivery. And it's strike 3 looking. Only 3 pitches needed to punch out Tordif. And that will do it for the bottom third. And so the Eagles take back the lead, make it 2-1. As when we come back top of the 4th with the Twins back on the offense, near the top of the order, looking to tie up the game again. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. We'll join you back here for the top of the fourth inning between the Ottawa West Twins and the East Nepean Eagles. And a very tight game, only 3 runs split between the two teams. The Eagles now have the go-ahead, which they found in the top of, make that the bottom of the third inning. And leading things off for the Ottawa West Twins, we'll have the cleanup hitter, number 81, Isabel Peschke. She'll be followed up by Sophie Lasaga. And Ella Weiss here, the 3. Here are the top 4. On the 0-1. And a piece of it for a foul ball for another strike. New pitcher at the mound as well for East Nepean. Number 4, Mattia Marcantonio will make her debut here this morning on the hill. And lobbed over top of Peschke for a ball. So Marcantonio still up in the count. We'll have the 1-2. And she rifles that one to foul territory. Seems like it's going to find itself right on the busy road. She got all of that ball. We've seen that power before for Peschke. Big reason why she hits in the cleanup spot here for Ottawa West. We'll have the 1-2. And got her swinging for strike 3. And it's a leadoff strikeout from Mattia Marcantonio, and there's 1 down. And this will bring up Sophie Lasaga, the speedster we saw yesterday, showcased her rapid pace many times on the base paths. And strike 1 swinging on the outside. Of the 0-1. And we'll take it on the inside for a ball. The 1-1 pitch. And again, high and inside for another ball here from Marcantonio. Just trying to find her rhythm here early on after coming in as the reliever for Alexis Clayton St. John, who went 3 innings, allowing only 1 run. Very successful start of the ball game. As this one's a bullet to right field. And we'll get down for a base hit for Sophie Lasaga. And that ball dribbles on past first base. She thinks about it and will make the safe decision to stay at first. And so a runner on here now for Ottawa West. And we'll bring up Ella Weiss now to the plate. Ground ball from Weiss. This one's sent to second and will scrape on past the second baseman. And it's a base hit there for Ella Weiss. And now runners on first and second with back-to-back base hits. And here's Olivia Herod. Can she continue the hit parade? And they fire in the turn, throw to second. That one gets on past to center field and will take a hard bounce off the center fielder as well. And now Lasaga's getting the wave around third. And we have ourselves a tied ball game. As Sophie Lasaga will come around and score all the way from second base. And we're now tied at 2 apiece. And it's another play where a team steals home plate. And runner now at third. That's the go-ahead run. He's the Twins trying to find their first lead of the ball game. And he swing there from Herod for a strike. The 0-1. It's over top of Herod for a ball. And a big opportunity here for the Twins. The ball game where the most any team has scored in a single inning has been only 1 run. A chance to break that pattern. They try to find their second. Herod out the middle. And will get on past the second baseman. And it's an RBI single for Olivia Herod. And the Ottawa West Twins have themselves the first lead of the ball game as they make it 3-2 as Ella Weiss will come around. And a mound meeting here from Beatrix LaRue. Will go talk to her pitcher, Mattia Marcantonio, who has entered the game, only found 1 out so far, and has now allowed 2 runs. We'll have Tara Dunlop in the batter's box with a runner now on first base. After we've seen 3 consecutive base hits from the Twins lineup as the middle of the order really got to work. And we'll have the first pitch after the mound meeting from Marcantonio. And takes a chop at one up high, throw down to second. That one will skip on past the second baseman. And here goes runner now down to third. The throw, a one-hopper to the third baseman. And it's Olivia Herod who goes from one corner to the next, now at third base. And the successful base stealing continues here for both these teams. As it's been a big difference maker, a lot of the runs coming from stolen bases. With a pitch from Marcantonio over top of Dunlop for a ball. And a swing and a miss there from Dunlop for strike 2. And we'll have a 1-2 count. Dunlop's got to protect to stay alive, but a chance here for Marcantonio. Skied over top to the backstop. Herod thinks about it. Here she comes on home. The tag in time. And they got her. And that will save a run. And a big play there from Beatrix LaRue to find Marcantonio covering the plate. And we remain at 3-2. And that is massive. The steal of 1 there. Away from the Twins after maybe a bit of a late jump there from Olivia Herod. She thought about it for just a split second. And maybe she took that second just to launch. Could have been the difference maker. We'll have a full count here for Dunlop in the payoff pitch. Dunlop fires this one to left field as she'll sky it up in the air and it drops down for a base hit. And Tara Dunlop will now find herself on first base. As that one drops down in left center field. Just in between the 2 outfielders, as nobody's able to make the decision who should commit to it. And we'll bring up Mia Chamberlain now to the plate after the quick mound meeting here as Marcantonio and LaRue meet up. So still 2 outs now in the inning for Marcantonio. Only 1 more needed to get out of it. And we'll have the first pitcher to Chamberlain. And an early swing for strike 1. On the 0-1 pitch. Strike two on the inside, runner down to second, and Tara Dunlop with a successful steal moves herself now to a scoring position here for the Twins. And 0-2 down is Chamberlain. Mark Antonio a chance to send her team to the offense. The 0-2 delivery. And takes a slice that one inside for strike three. And Mark Antonio able to get out of it. But not after the Twins score a pair of runs and take their first lead of the ball game as they make it 3-2. And when we come back, now the Eagles trailing will have an opportunity here to tie up the game in the bottom of the fourth. You're watching the Consulation Finals for the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. We'll join you back here for the bottom of the fourth inning between the Twins and the Eagles. As we go back to the top of the order here for East Nepean, leading things off, number 11, Chloe Harris. Will be Harris followed up by Mark Antonio. Now Stopbeck here in the bottom four after the Twins took their first lead of the ball game. And a chance now for East Nepean to respond, as we've seen a response from either team so far here in the game, as we've had 4 consecutive innings now, or 4 consecutive half innings where a team has scored a run after we started the ball game with 1.5 innings with no runs. Inside for a ball, new pitcher at the mound here for the Twins after Emma Richardson goes her maximum of 3 innings here. It's number 6, Vi Schwab.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This one lobbed up in foul territory by Harris. Richardson searching for it, and it goes just behind the backstop there for a foul ball. And a 2-2 count here against Harris. We'll have the 2-2 pitch. It's lobbed over top of the zone for ball 3 to move us to a full count here. And we'll have the payoff pitch for the first batter that Vi Schwab will face. And it's ball 3 down and inside for Chloe Harris, and she'll make her way down to first base. And so tying run now aboard here for East Nepean. And here's Mattia Mark Antonio. So the 2 relievers will now go at it. Runner down to second. Mark Antonio, we swing at the plate for strike 1. Able to throw off the catcher Emma Richardson just a tad bit. As Richardson moves herself from the mound to behind the plate. And here goes Harris down to third now. And another successful steal. Goes from one corner to the next. And tying run now a base hit away. It's inside on Mark Antonio for a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We'll have the 2-1 pitch. Gets contact on it, will foul it back to the backstop. And be strike 2 against her. So a chance for Vi Schwab, still looking for the first out of the inning to potentially find something here. We'll have the 2-2 pitch. Chopper just in foul territory off the third base line. And strike 3 for Mattia Marcantonio, as she will go around in a punch out, the first one of the morning for Vi Schwab, and there's one down. And a move on to the order. Gia Ostapik. And a hold down from the first pitch, down and away for ball 1. Of the 0-1 pitch. Chopper pulled to first. The scoop successful as she picks it clean, but it's a sacrifice play as Chloe Harris comes around and ties up the ball game. Now at 3 apiece. And we'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Beatrix LaRue, now with nobody on. 2 down as well here for the Twins. Only need 1 more to get out of it. The first pitch to LaRue, she fires this one down the left field line, will spin foul. And we'll take a strike. Just a tad early there on the slice there from LaRue. Even just a couple tenths of a second later, that could have been a fair ball. And well, the 0-1. And another heavy slice there, this time unable to connect for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And so a lead here for Schwab. And we'll have the 0-2 delivery. And try to lob it in there, won't get the call on the inside.
1 and 2.
The 1-2 pitch. And a drop strike 3, bobbled it at the plate, throw down to first, and it's on the target. Foul ball will be the call. And she did get a piece of it. And so all that built up there as if it was going to be the final out. We'll go back to the play here, just on a foul ball. Still 0-2 down here with LaRue. Make that 1-2. And she'll take it looking on the outside corner. And Vi Schwab will find a punch out to end the inning. And so the Eagles getting 1 back, tie the ball game at 3 apiece. As we got a close one, entering the 5th inning of play now. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here at Cricket Field. Well, joining back here for the top of the 5th inning between the Twins and the Eagles. Leading things off, number 12, Alyssa Hall. We'll have Vi Schwab and Abby Gray-Donald here in the top 5 in a close game, all tied up at 3 apiece through 4 innings. Well, the 0-1. And a late swing there from Hall. As we've seen that throughout her first 2 at-bats, including this one, just late on the connection. Got to be a tad earlier. The 0-2 pitch. And flown away from our reliever, Mattia Marcantonio, back on the hill for her 2nd consecutive inning. We'll have the 1-2 pitch. And again, thrown up high for ball 2. The 1-2-2. Got her. Drop strike 3, though. And the throw down to first. That's off the marker. And that gets all the way to right field. And Alyssa Hall will make her way now to first base. As she is fortunate to get there after she went down swinging, but a drop strike 3 call and a missed throw off an error will get herself aboard. And we'll see Vi Schwab now with the runner now on first. And tossed down to first. They caught Hall off guard. And the tag is there in time. And that is a perfect pickoff play there from Mattia Marcantonio. As Hall just wasn't paying attention there over at first base, and there's 1 down. And that makes up for the drop strike 3 that the Eagles just allowed moments ago. That pitch to Schwab up high for a ball. Inside on Schwab, having to back away to get away from it. And we'll have the 1-1 pitch. Make that another ball here. Going the way of Schwab, and it's a 3-0 count. And Marcantonio has given a full lead to Vi Schwab. Got to find the strike zone here. And a bouncer in the dirt. It's a 4-pitch walk for Vi Schwab. And puts a runner back on first base. And so we go back to the top of the order for Abby Gray-Donald. And throw down to first base, and I'm sure Vi Schwab will be on her toes after we saw the pickoff play happen just moments ago. The first pitch to Gray-Donald. And ball 1 just up high. And a throw down to first. This one gets past the first baseman. And here goes Schwab now down to second. And the tag not there in time. And Vi Schwab will extend herself now to a scoring position here for Ottawa West. So go ahead run now at second in a game where runs are so crucial in a tight game like this. And Gray-Donald will take it looking for a strike. And the ball on the inside. It'll have a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside on the hands, a light chopper in the infield. The tag from runner going to third in time. And a great heads-up play there from Aubrey Caron to realize that that play to first is probably not as much of an option, and Vi Schwab is making her way to third base. And the tag is there for out number 2. In a fielder's choice, it will be for Abby Gray-Donald. we'll bring up Carly Weiss now to the plate. Play to first, and Gray Donald will step back in time. Runners now going to second. The pitch on the inside, and Abby Gray Donald now moves herself to a scoring position at second base. So go ahead run. Now at second. And the pitch to Weiss will crank the top of the strike zone. That's Mark Antonio trying to keep this game tied. And Gray Donald on her way to third, but fouled back there from Weiss will force her to go back to second. And the 1-2 count will be for Carly Weiss. And now she's got to stay alive. A chance here for Mark Antonio to keep the game tied. Ground ball, shot to second. Picks it clean, tosses it to first, and a jumping effort there in time. And that will end the top of the fifth inning. Leaves a runner stranded at third base after Abby Gray Donald was able to get around, and we have ourselves a tied ball game heading to the bottom of the fifth inning. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships in the Consulation Finals. And a nail-biter that's going to come right down to the end. Don't go anywhere. Well, joining you back here for the bottom of the fifth inning between East Nepean And the Ottawa West Twins leading things off for the Eagles, who have an opportunity here to take the lead after they left the Twins scoreless. In the top of the inning is number 5, Alexis Clinton St. John, who's our starting pitcher. This one hit lightly and will scrape on past the third baseman in the shortstop for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Eagles, and go-ahead run now on first base. And we'll move on to the order quickly to Laura Conboy. Hunter going to second. He pitched to Conboy. Paints the outside corner. And Clayton St. John advances herself now to a scoring position. And here goes Clayton St. John again. Goes from one corner to the next, and go-ahead run now a base hit away. And that's one way to do it. Just running anything. And Vi Schwab, a good look at third base now. And a swing and a miss there for Conboy. Drop strike 3. As I believe Conboy was a bit mistaken, as it will be the strikeout there instead, and there's one down. And we'll bring up Bella Lewis to the plate. And Lewis gets a piece of it. We'll foul it back. And a big opportunity here for East Nepean as we reach the tail end of this ball game. They're able to capitalize, take a lead. And we'll have the 0-1 pitch. Lewis pulls this one and will pass the third baseman into left field. And around comes Alexis Clinton St. John. And the East Nepean Eagles take back the lead. They make it 4-3. And it's an RBI single for Bella Lewis. Lewis going to second. The pitch for Wilkinson. Strike 1 down the middle. Of the 0-1. Jams are on the inside, still ahead. It's the scoop from first in the tag of the first base bag. And there's 2 down. And runner will also be advanced to third. So a sacrifice play there from Wilkinson will advance the runner. And we'll bring up number 6, Aubrey Caron, with a chance now to extend the lead for the Eagles and give us the biggest lead you would have seen all ball game long, as it's been a 1-run game for the entirety. But with 2 outs for the Twins, only 1 out needed to get out of this bottom of the 5th. Potentially leave a runner stranded. And that's exactly what the Twins need right now in a game where runs are so hard to come by. Got to keep it close. Pitch from Schwab. And he swing on the outside from Caron for a strike. And this one barreled to left field as it's just in and out of the glove of the shortstop. And it's an RBI single for Aubrey Caron. As around comes Bella Lewis and makes it 5-3 now for East Nepean. And here's Elliot Zandron with a runner now at first base. His runner now going to second will be forced to go back off a foul ball. And now the Twins got to find a way to get out of it, as the 6th inning could be potentially our final inning due to the hour 40 time limit. Runner now going to second. This one popped up in the infield and will drop down to shallow center. And it's a base hit there as the hitting parade continues. Fair for East Nepean, it's Ellie Jandral now at first base. bring up Daphne Kalanitis with 2 runners on. A heavy swing there for strike 1. That's the benefit here for Ottawa West. With 2 runners on, there's a force out on any bag. And only 1 out needed to get out of the inning. Of the 0-1 pitch. Both runners on the go. This ball to the backstop and will help them be even more successful as they now both advance a bag. And it's 2 now in scoring position here for East Nepean. And a ball to the call on the inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Will have a 2-1 count now for Kalanitis. Now the 2-1 pitch. And strike the call, bounce off the glove of the catcher, and runner will not come on home. As Carroll thought about it there for a split second. We'll see a strike there from Schwab with a little bit of a breaking ball, look to be. At a 2-2 count. Chance for Vi Schwab to get out of the inning and leave 2 runners stranded. The 2-2. Strike 3 swinging. And she'll make it happen. And so East Nepean will score a pair of runs and now have themselves a 5-3 lead. As when we come back, it's the top of the 6th inning. And you got a feeling that Ottawa West has got to find a way to put up some offense here. Down by 2. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships in the Consulation Finals. Moving to the top of the 6th inning when we come back. And so we'll join you back here for the top of the 6th inning between the East Nepean Eagles and the Ottawa West Twins here in our Constellation Finals of the Eastern Canadian Championships. Leading things off, the 3rd spot, Emma Richardson will see Isabel Presky and Sophie Lasega as well for the Twins, and it may be must-win inning. So the situation we're in, it's an hour 45 time limit for one game, as Richardson will power that one and fly it back into foul territory. But so our maximum time limit's already been about an hour 30. It's going to go an hour 58. 10:58. That's the final time. Anything after that, we can't start a new inning. But if a new inning starts, that would be the 7th, which is the final inning. We can go the entire game. But for the Twins, it's just interesting to keep note of. They're down by 2 runs. And this one is barreled to left field and drops down for a base hit. And Richardson will turn for 2 now, as that one gets all the way to the back fence. And it's a double for Richardson. Now she's going for 3. It's a foot race for the third base bag. And she will win it. And what a way to start the inning from Emma Richardson. Gets herself to third base. And that is perfect. We'll set up the cleanup hitter, Isabel Pitschke. The perfect opportunity. Throw back to third, and I'll bounce off the third baseman's leg. And no tag applied. So Richardson will be safe. So tying run now at the plate here for the Twins. Over top of the backstop. Here comes Richardson. She'll see the green light. And there's no tag in time. And Emma Richardson gets around all by herself after she hits a long hit double, extends it to a triple, and then gets herself home on a throw to the backstop. And it's 5-4. A 1-run game. And Pitschke fouls that one off, as we've seen a lot of pulled balls there from Isabel, where she gets a ton of power and pulls it down the outside the left field line. I'd like to see something fair with that type of velocity. And strike 2 looking on the outside corner. A chance here for Mattia Marcantonio, who makes her 3rd inning appearance here. She'll split the ball game with Alexis Clayton St. John. And it's ball the call on the inside. So close there from Marcantonio. Could have gone either way. We'll go for the benefit of Pitschke. Underneath the bid, will lift it back into foul territory. And we'll end up hitting a vehicle. And so we'll have another pitch here to Isabel. And it's up high for another ball. And a full count situation here for the cleanup hitter Pitschke. We'll see, and we'll wait the pitch from Mattia Marcantonio with the payoff. And gets a piece of it, will stay alive and extend her at bat, which is now at least 8 pitches. As she's fouled 2 off. So continues to keep herself in the batter's box, and we'll have another payoff pitch here from Marcantonio. It's ball 4 as Pitschke will earn it and put tying run now aboard first base. And a mound meeting here initiated from coach of East Nepean to have a quick conversation with their reliever, Marcantonio. Quick conversation how to go about this. So we could see a situation where if the Eagles were able to get out of these innings still up, where they could try to drag on the bottom of the 6th, as we're looking at that 10 minutes away from the hour 45 time limit we have. Piesky down to second. Swing and a miss there from Sophie Lasaga for strike one, but a successful steal from Isabel moves herself now into a scoring position. The 0-1 pitch. And there's runner going down to third. The throw is lobbed up. And Piesky slides on in there. And tying run now a base hit away with no outs. And a perfect situation here for the Ottawa West Twins. That's all they need. That tying run at third base. On the pitch to Lasaga. Make that a throw down to third. As that's probably main Eagles' focus right now. It's high inside for Lasaga for a ball. And we'll have the 2-1 pitch. Inside of Lasaga again. And it's ball 3. And now she's got to find the strike zone here. Here's the pitch. And Lasaga will hold off and take it looking on the outside. And it will move us to a full count situation. And Sophie Lasaga will see the payoff. And it's strike 3 looking on the inside. As it will go against Sophie Lasaga for the backwards K. And a big pressured payoff pitch there from Mark Antonio. But we'll find it, and we'll see out number 1. And we'll bring up Ella Weiss now to the plate. The first pitch up high and outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Weiss, ground ball up the middle. Shoots it to the shortstop, throw to first. And not there in time as the first baseman, Beatrix LaRue, was off the bag. And Ella Weiss will drive home the tying run. And the Ottawa West Twins find a pair of runs here in the top of the 6th and make it 5-5. And we have ourselves a tie game. And a close play there from the Eagles. They had the throw in time, but it was the back foot of LaRue was just off the bag and could not recover and get it back there. Here's Olivia Herod as well now at the plate. Ball 1 up high. And the lead now for Herod as she sees back-to-back balls. The 2-0. Down the middle. Chopper sent to the second baseman. The scoop successful. Looks for the tag. The flip play. Not there in time. And the Eagles defense, the infield, looked for the fielder's choice with the runners going to second, but won't find the tag on Ella Weiss, able to speed on past any potential play. And it's now runners at first and second. And a hitting party continuing here for the Ottawa West Twins if they've got their offense going. And the first pitch up high for Tara Dunlop. Dunlop underneath it, lifts it to left center field, and the catch is unsuccessful. And now runners have to be on the move. They get the force out at second, look for it at third. Not there in time, will get past the third baseman. And so safe it will be actually at second base, as the call seems to be that the baseman was off the bag, and the bases are now loaded for the Ottawa West Twins off a single off the bat of Tara Dunlop. And here's Maya Chamberlain with the bases loaded, strike one looking down the middle. Chamberlain lightly hitting the infield. The backhand throw to third in time. And we'll see out number 2, but the Ottawa West Twins take the lead in the ball game. Make it 6-5. And we'll keep a runner off of third base with the flip play. And we'll bring up Alyssa Hall now with a pair of outs. And we'll have the first pitch here to Hall. Throw down to third, the tag not there in time, as both runners will now advance. So 2 in scoring position as a chance now for the Twins to extend their lead. Hall with a ground ball. Hopper to the shortstop, flip play to third, got her. And that will end the top of the 6th.
Blue. Did that run score?
As time will be called. And run will not score. But the Twins, with a massive inning there in the top of the 6th inning, find 3 runs and double their tally. They started it down by 2, now find it up by 1. And it looks to be right now with the hour 45 time limit. Can't start a new inning after 10:58. And the Eagles will probably have a do or die. Bottom of the 6th inning. Chance to walk it off, chance to tie it, or a chance for the Twins to play shutdown baseball and win it themselves. It will come down to the end here. You're watching the Constellation Finals of the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. We'll join you back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. And this will be the final inning of baseball here. The Eagles down by 1. Need 1 run to tie. First pitch, ambush there. Down the left field line for a base hit. That's perfectly executed there. From number 9, bottom of the order, Ivy Tordiff will get herself a single. And tying run now aboard first base. But as I was saying, before I was cut off by Tardif's base hit, it's 1 to tie, and that would force us an extra. Even though we're over the time limit, we would play international extra inning rules. If the Ottawa West Twins can find 3 outs, would end the ball game, and they would claim bronze make that. And if the Eagles are able to find 2 runs, would walk it off. Swing and a miss there at the plate for Hirris. Throw down to second, and in there in time is Tordif. And will move herself to a scoring position.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one on the outside for a ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner now going to third. Hirris pulls this one, ground ball to first, picks it clean, and the tag on first base for out number 1. But a sacrifice play there from Hirris as she'll advance Tordif now to third base. And a base hit away from tying the game here for East Nepean. And we'll bring up Mattia Marcantonio at the top of the order with a chance to make that happen. Vi Schwab back on the hill for a 3rd consecutive inning. And the first pitch to Marco Antonio, inside at the hands. Light one hit to the shortstop. They're going to go home, and it's skied over top of the catcher. And we have ourselves a tied ball game. It's 6-6 as the Eagles will force, if needed, a 7th inning. And now have a chance to walk it off. And it's a base hit there for Mattia Marcantonio. And here's Gia Ostapik. Marcantonio on the go to second. Swing and a miss at the plate to throw down off the target. And lucky there that the shortstop got a glove on it to kill down the momentum. And walk-off run now at second base. And Schwab got to take note of it. Well, the 0-1 pitch. Here goes Marcantonio now to third. It's strike 2 with no contact for a foul ball. And now walk-off run at third base here for East Nepean. And a chance for Gia Ostapik. And a foul ball will be the call. And we'll pull Marcantonio back to second. As you were wondering if it was the foul ball, a swing on the inside. And the call will be that will pull her back to second base, and we'll see 2 strikes now against Ostapik. And it's ball 1 down and away, and there goes Marcantonio. Will confirm third base this time. No doubt about it. And now Schwab and the Twins gotta be careful. We'll have the 1-2 pitch. And it's a swing and a miss for a drop, strike 3, and they gotta be careful. Throw down to first. Here goes Marcantonio. The play at the plate, the tag in time! And it's a double play to save the ball game for the Twins. And we remain tied. And we'll go to an extra inning here as they force a 7th. And what a play that is. The rally to first to get 1 out, and then the play to the plate to save the game. And after Marcantonio stole a pair of bases, looking to make it 3 consecutive, but Emma Richardson, or make that Vi Schwab, able to apply the tag. And we'll go to a top of the 7th when we come back. International extra inning rules here in the Constellation Finals of the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. couldn't decide a winner in regulation time, so how about some extra inning baseball here on Championship Day Sunday of the Eastern Canadian Championships between the Twins and the Eagles. Can't decide a winner. New pitcher coming up to the mound as well after Mattia Marcantonio went her 3 innings. The reliever to come into the game and try to close things out, number 6, Aubrey Caron. And so it's the international rule, so a runner now at second base and will move herself to third, as that's Mia Chamberlain. And will now have herself at third base as that ball gets to the backstop. And Schwab will lead things out for the Twins and swings that one high up in the zone there for strike 2. And we'll have the 1-2 pitch. And it's just high for ball 2. So Carl making her debut, I believe potentially even in this tournament, here in this crucial situation. And strike 3 will paint the outside for a leadoff strikeout from Aubrey Caron. And we'll go back to the top of the order here for the Twins to Abby Gray-Donald. First pitch to the leadoff on the outside for strike 1. The 0-1 to Gray-Donald. And that will miss away for a ball. And we'll have the 1-1 pitch. Over top of the zone for ball 2. In a big situation, you at least got to get that runner home that starts at second. And that's Chamberlain representing it, now at third base. And we'll have the 2-1. Chamberlain barrels this one to shallow center. And make that Gray-Donald who barrels it. Chamberlain will come on home. And the Twins will take the lead 7-6. And so they get the runner that starts at second to home plate and get the run they need to find. But now a big one represented by Gray-Donald. And here's Carly Weiss. And this is the perfect time for the top of the order here for the Twins. Gray-Donald now to second. The pitch to Weiss on the inside for a ball. And throw down will be a bouncer that skips on through. And a successful steal there from Abby Gray-Donald. And runner now going to third and no throw. And Abby Gray-Donald goes from one corner to the next. Now at third base. And time has been called by Beatrix LaRue. We'll go have a conversation with her pitcher, Aubrey Caron, about how to go about this. If run came home from Gray-Donald, will give the Twins a 2-run lead after a massive comeback effort that the Twins had in the top of the 6th inning. Scored 3 runs. It's been a game where each team have kind of matched the tempo of each other, where one team would score a run, the other team would match that with scoring another one in the bottom of the inning. Back and forth they've went. And we'll get back underway here with Carly Weiss. We'll stare down and take a ball on the outside. And ball 4 just up high. And Carly Weiss will make her way now to first base for runners in the corners. And we'll bring up Emma Richardson in the 3rd spot. Can hit for power here. with only one out. And we'll have Richardson and Isabel Paiski on deck. A couple power hitters here for the Twins. And runner goes to second, and no doubt about it there for Carly Weiss. And it's 2 runners now in scoring position. It's inside on Richardson, having to limbo away from it. And if Richardson's able to get a hold of one, like we've seen a couple times earlier this ball game, would be huge. The pitch, this one underneath of it, pops it to left field. And the catch is made. And a big one there by the left fielder of East Nepean. And keeps runners where they are at third and second, and also brings us to 2 outs now in the inning. And only 1 out needed. And here's Isabel Paiski with a chance to extend the lead for her team, but only 1 out needed here for East Nepean. And she'll just get that one on the inside and pull the foul for strike number 1. In this situation for the Twins could be the make or break situation. If they're able to get these runs home, extend their lead, put themselves in a comfortable situation going into the bottom of the 7th. But if they don't, they put themselves still up by 1, but maybe a bit up against it. Well, the 0-1 pitch. And strike 2 looking will paint the outside. And Carroll will have a lead in the count. And Paiski's got to protect to stay alive. We'll have the 0-2 pitch. And strike 3 swinging to leave runners stranded at third and second base. And a mega pitch there from Aubrey Carroll. And it's a 1-run lead for the Twins going into a do-or-die bottom of the 7th now for East Nepean. And so the Eagles need 1 to tie and force an 8th. 2 to walk it off, and if they find none, the Ottawa West Twins will win it. We find ourselves in extra innings here and a big opportunity for the Eagles to potentially walk it off. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here in Kingston. Bottom of the 7th inning here in extras. And a chance here for East Nepean to walk it off. Force an 8th, or for the Twins to win it. They need 1 to tie. First pitch to Beatrix LaRue will be fouled back. And we'll see a strike off a foul ball. As we'll have the cleanup hitter lead things off. And Mark Antonio now at second base. Mark Antonio now going to third. LaRue will swing at one high up in the zone for strike 2. But Mark Antonio, the tying run, now aboard third base. And a base hit away from tying the game here. Of the 0-2 to LaRue. It's a ball 1 on the outside. The pitcher here in the bottom 7. For the Ottawa West Twins, it's number 81, Isabel Peitzke. After Vi Schwab went 3 innings after the starter Emma Richardson. So Peitzke trying to potentially win the game for the Twins. The 1-2 over top of the zone for ball 2. And we'll have the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss from LaRue for strike 3. And a leadoff punch out from Isabel Peitzke, and there's 1 down. And we'll bring up Alexis Clayton St. John now to the plate. And inside for ball 1. And we'll have the 1-0 pitch. That one gets past. Here comes Mark Antonio on home. And this time, there's no contest. And a tied ball game here for the East Nepean Eagles. And we'll have an opportunity now to walk it off if they can find one more. If we remain tied, we'd see a top of the 8th inning. Up the middle. Picked from the shortstop, play to first in time. And out number 2. And we'll keep walk-off run off a base. And we'll bring up Laura Conboy. And only 1 more out needed here from the Twins to get them out of it. The first pitch to Conboy. Strike 1 looking on the outside. That one's sky over top of Conboy for ball 1. And a big at-bat here for Conboy. She represents the walk-off run right now at the plate. And it's strike 2 the call on the outside. And a chance for Isabel Peitzke to bring this ball game to an 8th inning. Conboy got to protect to stay alive. We'll have the 1-2 pitch. And it's strike 3 through. And we're going to another extra inning here in the top of the 8th. As we're still tied up at 7 through 7. And when we come back, top of the 8th inning, here in the Little League Eastern Canadian Championship in the Constellation Finals. As our finals were supposed to start at 11, but it's now almost 11:30. We'll have to push those back. And when we come back, another extra inning here in Kingston. And we'll get underway here in the top of the 8th inning, the final inning of extras. And leading things off, Sophie Lasaga throw down to third. And in there in time is Isabel Presky, who is the runner already aboard here due to starting at second base due to the international rules. And she'll move herself to third now, a base hit away from giving the lead for the Twins. We'll have the 0-1 to Lasaga. And we'll take it on the inside for a strike. Actually trying to turn away from it, but we'll go back against her. Back at the rubber for her second consecutive inning, it's Aubrey Caron, who did a great job back in the top of the 7th. That pitch on the outside, and we'll see a ball. And if Lasaga was able to get aboard here, it would be huge for the Twins, as Lasaga is one of the fastest people we've seen in this tournament. She's very effective when she gets on the base paths with stealing bases. Now it's lobbed over top for another ball. This is our longest game we've had here over the 5 games we played at cricket. We'll have the pitch. And a heavy swing from Lasaga for strike 3. And there's one down. And here's Ella Weiss with an opportunity here to bat home the go-ahead run. Weiss will chase it on the outside. Just runs out of real estate there on the barrel for strike 1. And we'll have the 0-1 pitch. This one on the inside. And we'll take it for ball. And Carol has looked sharper and sharper since she made her debut. Back just an inning and 1/3 to go. Slowly settle into this game. We'll have the 1-1 pitch. This one on the outside, ball 2. We'll have the 2-1 pitch. And again on the outside, and a chance here to put runners in the corners if we see one more ball come through. And Carol's got to find a way to battle back, as the lead now belongs to Weiss. We'll have the 3-1. And a late decision there from Ella Weiss for strike 2. And it will move us to a full count situation. And we'll have the payoff pitch from Aubrey Caron. Reaches for it. Knocks this one to shallow center and will drop on down for a base hit. And the Twins take back the lead as Isabel Presky comes around. And it's now 8-7 here in the top of the 8th. A barn burner here in Kingston. And runner now aboard first base. What a way for Weiss to win that. Really chased it on the outside, which most likely could have been ball number 4, but still able to drop one down and get a run around. And this will bring up Olivia Herod. And holds off, takes strike 1 up high. The 0-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss there from Herod for strike 2. And a lead now for Caron.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And we'll have the 1-2 delivery. And gets contact, will foul it back to stay alive. That's all she needed right there. Is everybody getting their fair share of at-bats here? Now in the 8th inning. At least the 4th time through the order. Got her. Takes a chop at one up high for strike 3. and there's 2 away. And we'll bring up Tara Dunlop, who we've seen find lots of power here so far here today. We'll see if she can showcase it again. First pitch to Dunlop, outside corner, strike 1. And we'll have the 0-1. Runner's now going to second. Dunlop will foul it off and force Weiss to go back to first base. And an 0-2 lead here for Herrick. Or pardon me, make that Carroll. And a chance here to find the strikeout and end the top of the 8th inning. The 0-2 to Dunlop. That's ball 1 on the outside. We'll have the 1-2. And swing and a miss up high for strike 3. And the punch out there from Aubrey Carroll to end the top of the 8th inning. And so the Twins will take another 1-run lead and give an opportunity here for the Eagles to tie the game and win it due to them being the higher seed. This will be the last extra inning we will play. Or they can walk it off themselves if they can find a pair of runs and win it 9-8. The Twins, if they're able to find 3 outs and no runs allowed, will win it themselves. A final bottom of the 8th here and the longest ball game we've had here in Kingston. You're watching the 2025 Little League Eastern Canadian Championships here at Cricket Field. And we'll join you back here for another do-or-die inning here for the Eagles. Last time they found themselves in this situation in the bottom of the 8th, were able to find the run to tie the game and force a 7th. And all they need to find is a double with the international rule. Runner at second base. Now she's going to third. This one hit hard, skied, and will drop down in a fair territory. It will spin foul. And so a foul ball will be the call. As it looked like it was riding up the left field line, but a foul ball will go the way of the Twins. And we'll have Bella Lewis in the leadoff spot. Now runners going to third. The throw down, the tag, not there in time. And a successful steal there from Laura Conboy. And put a runner a base hit away from tying this game. And with that run, would confirm the win for the Eagles. And a heavy swing there for a strike from Bella Lewis. there'll be 2 against her. The 1-2. Got her swinging. Strike 3. And the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As there is a chance, Isabel Painski's going to find 3 consecutive strikeouts. Or even potentially get that runner out at third. As that's the dangerous runner right now. And we'll have Lucia Wilkinson now at the bats. The first pitch to Wilkinson, strike 1 the call as it will paint the outside. And what a ball game we are witnessing. Easily the greatest ball game we've had all weekend long. And fouled this one back from Wilkinson, and she'll get a tip on it on top of the barrel. And she'll go 0-2 down. And a chance here for Painski to find her 2nd consecutive punch out and put the Eagles on their back heels. We'll have the 0-2 pitch. And strike 3 looking on the outside. And it's back-to-back strikeouts from Isabel Painski and puts the Eagles up against it. And here's Aubrey Caron as the 2 relievers will go out of here. And 1 more out for the Twins will confirm them the victory. If the run scores at third, the Eagles will come away with bronze. Could not get any more tense than this. Malamuding will disperse back to their positions here for the Twins. And we'll get it underway. And a massive at-bat here for Aubrey Caron with 2 down. And we'll have the first pitch from Painski. And Caron with a chop up high for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. Contact for Caron. Skies it to the second baseman, and the catch is made. And the Ottawa West Twins will claim bronze and win it in extras. An 8-7 final score as they're able to find 3 consecutive outs, and what a performance from Isabel Painski to win it for her team and leave a runner stranded at third base. And an incredible ball game. Hard to beat that. Lots of scoring, tied pretty much the entire time. And the maximum amount of baseball we can play. We're at a run time of 2.5 hours. And a hard game for the Eagles to lose. But we'll have the handshake line from both these teams as they got to keep their heads held high. That's a phenomenal game of baseball right there. And props to the Twins, who will claim bronze and will have the ceremonies as each team will get a little something to take home before we wrap up. And we'll have our championship game, which was scheduled for 11 o'clock, but it's already 11:40. So that one probably going to get underway around 12, maybe just after 12 o'clock, between the Kingston Colts and the South Ottawa Storm for the championship of the Eastern Canadian Tournament. And we'll see who will win MVPs. I believe we're still doing MVP ceremonies, as well as the medal ceremonies for the Twins. And the player of the tournament for East Nepean will go to number 5, Alexis Clayton St. John, who was our starting pitcher this morning. And for the Ottawa West Twins, number 81, the closer, Isabel Paisky, who kept things scoreless there in the bottom 8 to win her team the ball game. And they will both win player of the tournament and look to get home a backpack, it looks to be. And that will do it here in our bronze medal game. As the Ottawa West Twins will claim bronze, East Nepean will finish 4th. And we'll have our championship game getting underway in approximately probably 20 to 25 minutes. Signing off, I've been Jacob Ewing. The best game of the tournament ends in a extra inning nail-biter. 8-7 the final score as the Ottawa West Twins will win it. We'll see you for the championship game between the South Ottawa Storm and the Kingston Colts very soon. Thank you for watching.